Hello everybody, welcome to the Tuesday tea break, tours, chat and more. So welcome to my channel, Tranquility Through Life's Natural Beauty. Thank you for joining me, and it's a busy week now. I'm trying to bring out lives every weekday over my two channels. So do check out my other channel as well, New Beginnings, my everyday life in rural Cyprus. So do check out both channels. And as I always say, please do look at my playlist, particularly on this channel, because I have totally different content all over this channel, because I like to call this the channel with something for everybody. And don't forget, if you're interested in doing StreamYard yourself, you can produce something very much like this. Running along on this ticker at the bottom is a reminder of when you spend $25, as long as you've already clicked on my discount code below, then you will get $10 credit when you've spent $25 on StreamYard. So why would you just go ahead and do it without clicking that discount code? So let's go on without further ado, and let's have a look at what the tour is today. Now, as it says in the titles, the tours can be anything and everything. We've already covered lots of countries, and they are all places I have personally been to, and there have been many other types of tours as well. So don't forget, go on my YouTube page for this channel, go along that top bar where you can see videos, shorts, lives. Click on the lives and you'll see the Tuesday tour thumbnail, and that will show you all the different types of tours we've done so far. So I'm trying to keep them quite varied for now to show you all the different content of the tours. And today, shall I tell you what the tour is, or shall I just roll the video? I'll just say it's part of my garden, a garden tour. So let's take a look at that and enjoy. So let's take a look at the Hugel beds today. And first we have the bed with carrots. This is a carrot from last year that I'm leaving to go to seed. And there's also some garlic in this area too. Carrots and garlic grown together make great companion planting. This bed was the Sugar Baby watermelon, which there's not too much happening there at the minute. And this is my mixed bed of watermelons, cantaloupe melons, Josh's round zucchini that I picked just now, and the watermelon. So mixed bed with some peppers. This is the zucchini tonda, which is doing really well. Lots of ants in there, so pollinating's coming on nicely. This was a new variety of zucchinis that I got myself this year. So I like having lots of different shapes. This is an old bed of broccoli with a few onions in there as well. Again, great companion planting. And this is my, well, they should have been onions, but these I'm pretty sure are leeks. So I've left this one to go to seed because I have no more leek seeds. But the other one's looking mighty fine, ready for eating. So I have that today with the zucchini that I just harvested. The next bed is the Jackby little pumpkins. These were slow to come up, but I'm pretty sure pumpkins seem to be slower to arrive than any other zucchinis or squash, as indeed I find watermelons are slower too. This is my newly sowed bed of cabbage, and I've also seeded some more lettuce in here as well, and as you can see, something's been digging in there. Very likely the cats. And here is the end of my lettuce, hence why I've seeded some more. There's a little bit under the cloches still to go. And this is my bed I'm most proud of this year, my asparagus, the pink marble looking ones that you saw me transplanting in a previous video, and now a lot are transplanted here. Cloches are the smaller ones, and as you can see, that helps them develop quickly. So I'm very proud of this bed. I keep these quite moist actually, because I know they want a lot of water to begin with. And on to the next bed. Only one seems to be coming up at the moment, but as I say, they can be slow growing. This is the Hale's Best Rock Melon, and I only need one, so then I can get seeds to continue, but there could be others coming up. This was quite slow. This is supposed to be my kohlrabi, but it needs a lot of weeding. You can see there is kohlrabi, and I'm going to deal with this and weed it and sort it out the weekend. It's because I've transplanted it into the hugel, and hence it brought the weeds with it. Hugelkultur doesn't normally have weeds, but you can bring them into an area if you're transplanting. So I'm going to deal with this weekend, and netting is a great way to stop butterflies, moths, bugs, whitefly, and I am going to change it to my original netting, which is finer. Now this is my very strange bed. This is supposed to be Malabar spinach. Does that look like it? No, it looks more like chard to me. And here is something else. Could be broccoli. Who knows? And here is the Malabar spinach transplanted. It was doing really well, but now as you can see, it looks like it's been eaten or shriveled away. That's all I've really got left, and there is a tiny stem here, and that is all I've got left. Probably the chameleons, that's what normally nibbles, but who knows what's going to come of the rest of that bed for now. So I'll just leave it all to grow. And here is one of my 3 project tomato beds. Check the link below for how to do this. So this is one of my tomato hugel beds. I'm doing really well. And moving on, we have peppers. These are all from my indoor growing that I did indoors, growing starting in our winter, and there was no heat in the room that they were growing in. So they're all doing really well. There's a couple here that have the first peppers on. So already we're in mid-May and already I have peppers coming. Here are the leeks. They're not doing very well here. I think they're a little too dry. And then we have tomatoes, and then beetroot, which I've actually got a new area for growing beetroot, so this will probably be my last here. And the same with radish. I have two, these were really Ruth Stout beds here with radish, so they are elsewhere now. And here is a pepper mix, again mostly what I grew from the indoor growing, but there's a couple that were from last year, and you just chop them back. Pepper plants will regrow. Then we're on to my squash. These were my squash seeds from my very ever first growing trial, and I've always saved the seeds from those. So these are my saved seeds, and that's why I'm not always sure if they will regrow, because they've been quite a few years, so many seeds in storage. But you can already see there's some fruit growing here. So these are doing very well. I have hand pollinated these just to be certain that they will all pollinate. And now moving on to my albarello and my trombello zucchinis. And these are the ones that trail. You'll see my video last year where they just trail for miles each one. They're the very funny long curved produce. And this is my main tomato crop, the very first lot that I put from my indoor garden outside. And you can see these are my most advanced tomatoes, and over the other side some of them are actually turning colour to an orange. See if we can find some of those for you. So you can see they're already starting to ripen up. So this is what I call my main Hugel bed of tomatoes. And there's a couple of the ripened ones starting to change colour. And these produce again and again right up to next winter and beyond if I take good care of them. So we do have tomatoes all year round if I develop them. This is another radish bed that I've now let go to seed. As you know, I keep at least a third of all my produce to go to seed. It's a little more seed than I need every year, but that does then mean if something happens to a crop for some reason and I don't get any produce the next year, I still have spare seeds. And again, here's a very old broccoli bed with 2 onions, because you always grow chocolate for seeds. I will save all these broccoli. And now and greens, these are grow quite fast, very easy to prepare, and finally the Queensland blue pumpkin. And here we have where Mike had done me 2 taps to water the fruit forest, which is just above this ridge. He's now changed it to a hose pipe. This isn't an irrigation pipe with holes all the way down. Here's literally a hose pipe, and he's done one from the tap you just saw all the way down to half of the Hugels. And then there's also a tap at the far end, the way I'm heading, and he's run a hose from there up to this direction. So there's 2 hoses going completely opposite ways, which when I do a brand new bed and put seeds in, I do like to water it, even though Hugels don't really need much watering, if any at all, if they're really built up. But as I'm doing a lot of transplanting at the moment, I do like to water them in, particularly as we're heading towards our hottest time, our dry summer. So I hope there were some tips there for you. As I say in the clip, anything I mentioned in the clip, such as Project Tomato, how to grow tomatoes without staking each one, and other videos and pollinating videos, they are all linked under this live in the description box. So if you're actually in the live chat now, you obviously can't access it until this is no longer live. So come back to this video and you will see all the tips. And as I say, particularly the pollination videos, I know a lot of gardeners don't know with zucchinis why you get the males first and then the females, and obviously you need the male flowers in bloom in order to pollinate the female flowers. So if you get your wave of male flowers and then they die off, zucchini, squash, anything like that, then how do you get the male pollen into the female pollen without trying to somehow save it? So there's 2 videos linked below. It's a 2-parter because it's quite long, and it shows you firstly how to hand pollinate if that's something you want to do, and it shows you how to do that. I don't need to do it, but I do it because then I can ensure 100% every single flower that starts to bloom will be crop. It will be a vegetable. So mostly for zucchini and squash and those kind of things, but you can use this method for anything. And also I explain how you can get male flowers at exactly the same time as female flowers. So as I say, it's a 2-parter and that is linked below. So do have a look at that. So I hope that was some good tips for you there. Just a little bit of growing, and some of you might be new to this channel. Most of my growing is on my main channel, New Beginnings, My Everyday Life in Rural Cyprus. I'll just pop that on the screen for you so you can, if you're watching this back later, you can actually find it quite easily. So let's have a look. Let's put that up on the screen. That will be where you'll find most of my growing, but my channels do cross over, so you will see some there. And if you're not sure what else I grow, I don't just have the Hugelkultur areas. I have a fruit forest. I have 86 olive trees. I have many vegetables and other trees. Here's just a little taster of what else I grow. So I hope that was helpful. As I say, I can't show everything in one video. There's a lot going on all the time. So check out my other channel. And if you've got any ideas or things you would like me to feature on my tours, on my Tuesday tours on this channel, then as I say, it's very vast. Anything that can be a tour in any respect. I've got some very exciting things coming up, some really different sort of tours as well. As I say, destinations and so much more beside. I have already shown a tour of a small part of the abandoned village I live in. So as I say, go and check previous lives with the Tuesday tour logo on my lives section, and you will see that along with many other things. So I'll leave you with my sayings for Tuesday. Change your mindset, change your life. Your destination is your choice. Difficult roads in life will often lead to beautiful destinations. So I will see you hopefully tomorrow on my other channel live. So do look out for the thumbnail for that, and I'll see you there.